Hey golfers, if you're trying to break 90 by fixing your swing, that's probably the reason why you haven't done it yet. In this video, I'm going to show you how to shoot in the 80s without changing your swing at all, just by making a few smarter decisions and changing some habits that most people completely ignore. We're going to start with the type of golf ball that you play. So look, I get it. You're probably used to buying the cheapest ball you could possibly find at the store because you think you're going to lose it. Well, now you're at a point in your golf game that you're trying to break 90, and these little details matter. The type of golf ball that you play is extremely underrated and very, very important. The one thing you want to look for is the type of compression on the back of the golf balls. They'll explain this here. If you've got a slower swing speed, you're going to want a slower compression golf ball. If you've got a higher swing speed, you want a higher compression golf ball. The reason is, if you had a high swing speed and you played a softer ball, that ball is going to compress a whole bunch, it's going to spin a lot, lose distance, and your misses are going to be very exaggerated. The same thing is if you had a slower swing playing a very hard ball. You're not able to utilize the technology in the ball to maximize performance for distance and spin around the greens. So I'm going to make this easy for you. If you feel like that you've got a slower-ish swing speed and your driver goes about 220 or less, hey, try the Super Soft Callaway. If it goes between 230 to 260 around that area, hey, check out the Callaway Chrome Softs. And if you go above that, pushing towards 300 or above, check out the Chrome Tour X or Chrome Tours from Callaway. These are all awesome golf balls and a great baseline for you to start to see out performance for you. Tip number 2 for breaking 90, get yourself a rangefinder. And I know what you're thinking. That's another couple $100 that I got to spend on an already expensive set. But you know what? It's not even an option anymore. It's a necessity. When you get on the golf course, that is a game of numbers, distances. It's not a game of how straight you can hit it. So what I mean is, if you're on a hole, and you've got a bunker right smack in front of the green, and you got a pin right behind that, you have to shoot that bunker with that rangefinder to see exactly how far it is so you can make sure you can cover the distance of it. Not even having it in play, and I think that's the problem most people have. They'll go right towards pins, have no idea how close those hazards are to it, and they end up getting themselves in trouble. And that's where the doubles come in, that's where the triples come in, and that's what matters when you're trying to break 90. Number 3, keep the ball in play off of the tee box. Distance is completely overrated. Don't fall into that game. Keep the ball in the fairway, avoid the rough, avoid hazards. Now look, PGA Tour players have 3 main shots. They've got their stock shot, they've got their fairway finder, and then they've got their next level geared up power shot. Now what do most amateurs have? Their leveled up, geared up power shot. They don't know anything else besides that because they don't practice it. They're trying to hit it as far as they possibly can, neglecting the actual portion of this. Keep it accurate, keep it in the fairway, and keep those scores good and low. Number 4, stop forcing recovery shots. So I know we're trying to hit it in the fairway, but realistically, we're not going to do that every single time. We're not. We're going to hit it in the junk, we're going to hit it in the trees, we're going to hit it in the tall grass. Take that club that you know for sure that can get you to safety, and you use that club and get it out of there. Don't do I'm going to set up to the golf ball here and I'm going to swing anyways, as Jack Nicklaus used to call it. You can hold in the anyways, knowing that you shouldn't do it, but you're going to do it anyway. Take that safer club, bump it down the fairway, get yourself in a prime position to make up for it later on in your round, but not at that exact same moment. We're allowed 1 mistake, just not 2 in a row. All right, so you're going to have to check your ego for this next one. Tip number 5, take more club. Club up. This is a sensitive subject because when we go out on the golf course and we're playing with our buddies and our ego takes over, and my buddy's hitting a 7-iron and I know that I should hit a 5-iron, but I don't do it anyway. I do what he's doing, or even worse, I'm planning on a perfectly executed center strike shot. And that's where most of you are going to fall into that category. Playing the perfect yardage to that club. How many perfect shots do you hit during the round right now? You haven't broken 90 yet. Okay, I'm sorry to be harsh on you in that, but you're not. You're going to have some off-center hits. So every time that you have an off-center hit, you lose distance. And what I mentioned earlier, a lot of the hazards out in the golf course are in front of the green. Water, bunkers, things like that. Club up. If you don't feel as confident with that, if you feel like you're going to really blast it, then still club up and choke down on the grip a little bit just to make sure that you have that distance. Make sure you play around with that on the course, and you're going to see how quick those shots start to drop. Number 6, play the shot that was given to you that day. The golf course is meant to do whatever we need to do to shoot the lowest scores possible. It is not meant to fix your slice or your hook. So if you're on the range, don't freak out if you've got a little cut, a little draw, or even a slice or even a hook. Don't freak out about it. Just play it. You've already got a date to the dance. You can't switch dates. And it's already last minute there. So get out on the golf course and adjust. If you're having a big old rub hook, guess what? Aim a little farther right of the fairway. Or if you got a big old slice, aim a little bit farther left of the fairway. But the point is, sometimes you just wake up weird. You can have a little weird crink in your back or anything like that that can cause some of those shots. And that's okay. Just play it. And as soon as you accept it, the more relaxed you can be, the more your nervous system kind of chills out, and the more relaxed you'll be on the golf course, focusing on the things that you need to focus on. So we developed our fairway finder shot. So we're on to tip number 7, hit the center fattest part of the green. Now, regardless of how inconsistent you think you are, you're more consistent than you think. Notice patterns. For instance, if you have a dispersion pattern, meaning you can, of 20 yards, let's say, that would mean that if you aim towards your target, you can miss either 10 yards left or 10 yards right. Use that knowledge out on the golf course to strategically plan out how you're going to score in that hole. And so I'm using my trusty, dusty, dry erase board here to show you. For instance, if you had the pin on the left side of the green, just like so, and you had a 20-yard dispersion, meaning you can miss 10 yards left or 10 yards right, and you're going right at that pin, what did I just put into play? I put a bunker into play, I put rough into play, or whatever is on the other side of that pin, essentially cutting my shot success rate by 50%. Now, if I just shifted that pattern to the center here, now, even if I push or I pull, I'm still dancing on the green. We have real big greens here at Old Hawthorne, and that keeps you nice and safe. 2-putt, or if you get lucky, 1-putt, and get out of there. Okay, so we tried, but we missed the green. Now we got a chip. What are we going to do? Tip number 8, when in doubt, bump and run. I was lucky enough to talk to Mark Blackburn, who's the nation's #1 golf coach right now at the PGA show, and I asked him what separated the top players from the not as strong ones. And he said that the most disciplined player he ever saw in his entire life was Tiger Woods. When he was around the green in particular, if he wasn't 100% sure that he could hit that shot, he's not going to do it. Period. There was no question. So if you're standing around the green and you're wondering, can I pull this shot off? That's your trigger. Take a club, keep it nice and small, short, concise swings, bump and run up there, get it tight, no mistakes, tap in, and get out. All right, we made it. We're finally on the green and we're putting, which brings us to tip number 9, focus on speed control. We do not do 3-putts. 3-putts are out of the equation. You're trying to break 90, that can't be an option. So if all these tips don't register, and the one that does, make sure you get on the putting green and focus on your speed before you play that day. The speed of the green changes on a daily basis depending on how they mowed or how they rolled. So make sure you're hyper-focused on that and your scores will continue to drop. So lastly, we're on to the final tip for breaking 90, and it's developing true confidence. Now, how do you develop confidence? You develop a plan. So the next time that you play on the golf course, I want you to write down 4 key statistics. Number 1, how many fairways did you hit? Number 2, how many greens in regulation did you hit? Number 3, how many up and downs did you have? And number 4, how many putts did you have? If you have that information, it's so much easier to develop a practice plan going into your next round. So for instance, if you notice that your putting was slacking during that last round or last couple rounds, we know that you don't have to waste a lot of energy in the other areas of your game. Go straight to putting and hyper focus on that. And when you have that kind of attention on a specific area, your confidence starts to rise. And all of a sudden, hey, I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket. I'm not worried about the other things that I know are good because of the stats I took care of. I now took care of the weakest link. I'm feeling pretty good, ready to take on the round and ready to break 90. So there you have it. Those are the secrets to breaking 90. Take those principles, implement it into your own game, and shoot the best scores you've ever done in 2026. If you like that video, be sure to like and subscribe to Team KSG as we come out with videos on a weekly basis, or visit teamksg.com in your email for weekly information.